What's going on, collectors? Welcome into Ross Loves Cards. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all my top 11 favorite cards. I've been seeing a lot of lists, people doing their top 100 most valuable cards or their the top 50 most valuable cards, maybe even 25. And I tell you what, I absolutely love those lists, like sitting through, watching, learning, seeing some cards that I hadn't seen before. It's just been a lot of fun for me to see those videos, and I appreciate the people who's taken the time to do those videos. I know some of them, they have to split them up into two parts, and probably takes a lot out of you picking, going through, but I'm really enjoying it. So thank you all for that. I decided to do something different. I don't really track the value of my cards once I buy them. I don't know what I've paid for them, but I don't keep track of the value so much, but I do have my favorite cards. So out of these 11 cards that I've selected, some of them aren't extremely valuable. They're nowhere near the top 11 most valuable of my cards. I've left some of the higher dollar for me cards. I've left some of them out of the list, but these are my 11 favorite cards as of right now. I kind of want to do this every year to see if how my top 11 changes as the years go along. But first, I want to show you all number 11. It's this 1951 Bowman Gil Hodges. It is in an SGC 5.5. I just think this is a great looking card. You can see that wood background, I guess it is. Yeah, like, I don't know if it's wood paneling or what. You can see the grain in it, and just a good looking card. Got good colors of it. I like the centering of it. This card was my 11th card. My 10th card is a 1949 Rex Barney. I've showed this card at least 3 times on this channel. As we go along, I think there's 3 or 4 cards I've never even showed on my channel. But this is one of my favorite. I just like the looks of this card. It's got the red, white, and blue. He was a 2 Purple Heart winner, as I've said before. I like the backs of the 49 where it got the red. Okay, that's the red, blue, red, the cream colored back. I just, looking at this card, I just kind of think of a classic American baseball card. Number 9 is George Brett. This 1975 rookie I just recently bought off Jayhawker Mike and the cards he was selling on his video. And I tell you what, the Royals have always been my favorite team, and I've never had a George Brett rookie. And I liked how centered this card is. Colors look great. SGC 5. This right here made number 9 on my list. Number 8 is one of my most recent pickups. It is the 1961 Roberto Clemente. This probably is my favorite card of Roberto Clemente. It's my first Roberto Clemente card, but out of all his that he has, I like this the best. I think the coloring of it matches up with the green and yellow at the bottom. And, this is just a great card. It's in a PSA 5. It's got good centering on it. I seen this for sale on Facebook, and I messaged the guy, and he said, sorry, it already sold. And he posted it back and said, hey, the deal fell through. Do you want it? And I picked it up. So that is the number 8 on my list, the Roberto Clemente, 1961. Number 7 on my list is the 1952 Topps Robin Roberts. I tell you what, looking at this card, I guess I'm big on colors now, because the colors of this card is the gold background, the red cap, his skin tone, it's just goes great together. This is one of my favorite looking cards. This is in a PSA 3. This is probably one of my better value cards that I've bought. And I feel like I've got a good deal on for money spent for as good looking card as this is. Hope it turned right side up. Yeah, hope if I would turn right side up for you all. But this is number 7. Number 6 is this 1954 Preacher Row signed card. I've shared this before. I got this as a gift from Southern Collector Tony. He sent this to me as a gift. The 54 Preacher Row was the first vintage card I bought. So I still have that. I love that card, but I love having this signed version of it too. In a ballpoint pen, you can kind of see the indentation of it where he signed his name across it. I tell you what, this is just one of my favorite players and one of my favorite cards. Sent by one of my favorite YouTube channels. Number 5 favorite card is this 1961 Bob Gibson. It's a PSA 6.5. I've shared this before. Me and my wife was looking for a card, kind of remember her grandpa by. And we went to the Cardinals game, took him to his first Cardinals game. He was 70 plus years old, maybe he's close to 80, can't remember, but got to take him to his first game. And we was there looking at the team store, and I was asking him, well, who's your favorite Cardinal of all time? And he said, you know, Ross, it'd be hard for me to pick. And we was looking around the store, and I guess if I had to, I'd pick Bob Gibson. And we decided to go with the 61 because I love the 61s. 1961 was the year that he became a father. My wife's mother was born in 61. And I got this card. I texted Jayhawk or Mike and said, hey, I'm kind of looking at a 61 Bob Gibson. Could you look at it and tell me if if I'm just going crazy on wanting to buy this card or not? And I was going to send him the link, and he said, hey, you know, I've got one that I'd be willing to sell to you. And I tell you what, Mike gave me a great deal on this card, and I just love it. It's number 5 on my favorite list, but I would say it's probably number 1 on my would not sell list, just for that memory of my wife's grandpa. Number 4, this card right here I think is being slept on by just about everybody because it's bound to be the best card ever. Well, it's not. It's number 4 on my list, but I love this card. The 1959 Roger Maris. You can see this is a pretty good copy. It's a, I think it's a 4. Yeah, it's a PSA 4. It's a white back. You can see he's vintage yellow or however you'd say that. But I just love this card. I love the centering on this card. I love the A's logo down here. I say that every time I show this card. But this is, well, I guess it's I was going to say one of my favorites. It's number 4 on my list for Roger Maris. Maybe it's 1.5 seasons that he was in Kansas City with the Athletics. My number 3 card is 1986 Hakeem Olajuwon. You know, this is his mainstream rookie card, and I got this in a PSA 8. I shared with you all the last time when I got this card. I said it was my dream card. You know, growing up, I was thinking, you know, it'd be so awesome to have that. And I think it was Sammy Thunder said, you know, that's the dream card, you know, because he's the dream. And I said, you know, I can't believe I didn't tie with that connection. So this is truly the dream card, or a dream card for me. But I remember when I found this card, like I said, sometimes when I find a card I really want, I want to make sure I'm not going crazy on it, not missing something. So I sent it to Jeff, a fine card collector. And it didn't take no time. He sent me a text telling me what the VCP values and such was and his opinion on it. And, you know, a few seconds later, we went ahead and pulled the trigger and got this card. So, this is my number 3. Number 2 is this 1951 Bowman Larry Doby. This card is a card I picked up in October at the St. Louis. I keep calling it the St. Louis show. It's Westport, but it's all St. Louis to me. But you can see it's got a good back on it. And this front of this is just awesome. I've looked at this card over and over, and it's got a dinged corner on it. But, there's this corner. It's got a dinged corner on it you can see from the front, but you can't the rear. Other than that, I tell you what, this is just a great card for me. Well-centered. I was with Jayhawker Mike when I picked this card up. It was actually when he picked his card up that's the same card as my number 1 card. So Mike knows what the card's coming after this. But, you know, buying this card, you know, they have buyer's remorse. I don't know what the opposite of buyer's remorse, buyer's joy, we'll say. I got home. I was so glad I bought this. It's been 2 months later. I'm still so glad I bought this. If my number 1 card wasn't my favorite card, I would have picked it. So number 1, last and definitely not least, is this 1951 Roy Campanella. You can see the back on it. It's perfect. It's one of them, freshly graded ones. I say freshly graded. I bought this card in July. This right here, when I bought it in July, was the most expensive card that I ever bought. It was my first card I paid over $200 for. And I tell you what, I like this card just as well as when I bought it. Like I said, it's a PSA 3. You can see centering's well. Surface is great on this card. Right here, I can't tell if that's paper loss or what it is, but that's the only defect, you know, I can find on it other than the honest corners. But I absolutely love this card. I think it's the best picture of any card that I've seen. Of course, I'm probably partial to it. But my 1951 Roy Campanella. What's neat about these cards is, I've shared this before, but when I bought this card, Jayhawker Mike bought a Roy Campanella, 51 Roy Campanella, sitting right beside it. We bought it off Tim Payne. Mike gave him an offer, and then he came back, and I just asked him, I said, well, would he do this if we bought these two cards together? He didn't come down any, but we was trying everything we could think of. And, you know, just the experience of buying that card with him and me buying my second favorite card at the time and him buying my first favorite card at the time. It's just an awesome experience at a show. You can see, I think, as I was talking through here, when I look at my cards, I go back in time and think of the memory of buying it, who I was with, or maybe the first time I seen it, what the card represents for me. You know, I've mentioned Jayhawker Mike multiple times. I mentioned Jeff, a fine card collector, and Tony, Southern collector. Looking at my cards, my favorite cards, it just reminds me how grateful I am of different relationships I've had over this past year. So I hope you all liked looking at my favorite 11, and hope you all are out there collecting your own way. Thanks. We'll talk to you later.